Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys back with another action figure review. As you can tell, as is plastered all over the box, we got another eBay box. Box is a little messed up, but I ain't too concerned with it as long as the figure is good. I'm not gonna take too much time. Let's just get in on opening this straight up. I meant to get this uploaded yesterday, but I kind of got sidetracked doing stuff with some of my friends, so that's why this is going to come out today instead. I almost feel like I should kind of do like a little mini series of me doing like eBay purchases and just maybe like a breakdown of some of the potential things you could find on eBay if you're looking out for it, because I don't know if you can tell what it is by how much bubble wrap is around it, but maybe you'll see it here in a few minutes. It is the entrance grade Bobby Roode with all of the accessories. Let's get the bubble wrap out of the way. Alright, that was a little funny. As I went to go put the camera down, it pressed the stop button. So I'm just going to try to do this with one hand instead of propping the phone up. I don't know if they used like thin tape or if this is like a glue package. Like it's got like little glue on it. Yeah, I can kind of see the little glue lip. It's a little plastic bag. Now they did say the little entrance stand thing does work. Okay, I'm having trouble getting the figure itself out of the bag. Just as a forewarning, you will see a little bit of a mess around the arena. I'm currently filming a pig fed match. You gotta love the little voice crack there. Oh, it is on already, so... Oh, it does work. At least that's nice to see. But, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't know if that was short enough or not. I don't even know if that'll really matter. Anyway, who cares if it does? I'll just edit that part out, or maybe I just won't really care that much. But nice to see that this works. But let's see what this figure looks like under the robe, because I haven't seen... I don't think I saw this picture like without any accessories on it. I think this was just pictured in the robe with the little stand thing. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word, but getting the figure out of the accessory, it's got a little bit of scuff marks here and there, but honestly nothing that is so like terrible. Oh, never mind, that one's a little... Ooh, oh, it's coming off. That one felt a little weird. It's almost kind of making me want to like do a smell test and see how the figure smells. Do I want to be touching it? Because that area kind of felt a little weird. I don't know. It doesn't have like terrible staining on it. Like, I've seen worse figures scuffed up, stained to all hell, and they were being sold for more money than what I bought this for. Still not necessarily very happy with how much scuffing is on here, and hopefully I can clean it up a little bit. We'll look at the figure here in a moment, though, because let's see how clean the entrance robe is. Very nice, high-quality accessory. Reminds me of the the Gunther robe from his ringside exclusive that I own. And I want to say his new figure did come with a entrance robe as well. I mean, it'd kind of be a disappointment if it didn't include one, but hey, it's whatever. But breaking down the figure real quick, if it would focus in properly. I'm sorry if it does focus in and out. I don't really have too much control over that sometimes, as I try to look over the phone at the figure as I'm talking about it sometimes. But looking at the head sculpt here, not bad scuffing on it at all. My plan with this figure, that's a little weird looking. Can't lie. Like, that's just awkward. Got a little bit of chipping in the hair, but really not the worst head sculpt. As I mentioned, got some chipping in the body. Everything feels really good though. Like, nothing really feels like so loose it makes it terrible. Like, it almost feels like this was barely touched, if anything, maybe used for display. Maybe every once in a while they fucked around with it. Oh, I cursed. My bad. My bad, YouTube. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Oh, please, no. I need to stop. I'm tired. I've been awake since 8 o'clock this morning, and usually I'm not up that early. Give it till about like 10, 11, sometimes noon, and then I'm up. I'm a night owl. If you know me, you definitely know. I am definitely a night owl. As it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm currently reviewing this. Oh, I almost thought I knocked that over immediately. But yeah, so this figure, so far, the feeling of it feels really good in the hand. Obviously, I didn't buy it mocked, so it's not within the big top tier price range that this figure is worth right now. And I say big top tier as someone who doesn't always have a big budget when it comes to buying figures, especially nowadays. I gotta look out for the good deals. I paid like $25 for this figure. And sadly, I did get an offer the other day where I might have paid a little bit less than what I paid, including all the taxes and stuff like that, for the same exact figure. But it's just hard to want to buy something from eBay when they've got a robe accessory on, and they don't show what the figure looks like without the robe accessory on when it's a removable accessory. Because sadly nowadays you've got to worry about certain accessories staying in figures. I've seen some of that still happen with modern day WWE elites, like with the Mia Yim or the Reckoning, whatever you want to call that figure. I'm gonna just call her Mia Yim masked or whatever. You know who I'm talking about if you watched the Retribution storyline. That figure ended up getting stained. And that was just purely because of the fact that the material they made her jacket out of that she wears in the package stains the figure. None of the other accessories for Retribution did that, as far as I'm aware of. Only hers did that. So it's got to be the material that it was made out of. And same thing goes with AEW figures too. Some of their figures get stained up really bad just because they'll put those accessories on, well, the figures in the package. And even though they'll try to protect it by putting the little plastic wrap around the waist and the arms and stuff like that, that doesn't protect the figure as fully as it could if you just packaged the accessory separately. Sorry, I was getting a little parched. Took a sip of my drink. But as someone who doesn't tend to collect mock, getting this for around $25 was a really good price range. That's about the original price for Entrance Greats figures when they were out and on shelves. So now that the line's been discontinued, obviously, it hasn't been around for a while. And we probably won't be seeing that line for a while either. I can definitely say this was a great find. I keep on moving the camera down here, and I'm noticing it as I keep rambling. But what would I rate this figure? Well, I mean, if it came in the condition that it did when it was originally released, as I have it now, I would definitely say at least like 6 for the little scuffs and stuff like that. But it's still not bad. It's not something to go and like complain and bitch about on eBay to the seller to. It's not like I'm gonna be trying to get my money back for this item. I'm definitely keeping it. I've got big plans for this, as I want Bobby Roode not just in the pick fed, but I want to get that basic that just came out recently. And I say recently as it came out probably like a year or two ago. But it's the Bobby Roode that's in the pink attire. It's technically Robert Roode at this point in time, but he will always forever be Bobby Roode to me. I've been watching him since his Beer Money TNA days, when he was in a tag team with James Storm. If you know, you know. If you don't, go look up some Beer Money versus like Motor City Machine Guns, for instance. Very great tag matches. But I want to take that head sculpt and I want to just swap it out with the new basic that's got a thicker beard and the more updated hair and just a more updated look in general. Maybe one of these days I can find some double jointed arms that would fit appropriately for Bobby Roode and make them double jointed, but I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. But one thing I can say is that the next video that will be coming out, I don't know if it'll be the pick fed or if it'll be something to do with a recent custom I just made. But you can keep your eye out for both. It's technically gonna be like a little review on a custom I made and a couple of fix-ups. Just because I thought the custom was pretty cool. It was inspired by Wrestling Hero Figs, if you watch him. I kind of saw that he did a pretty similar fix-up to what I did. He took an easier route to it. I tried to see what it would look like with the torso crack, and I don't regret it. I do kind of wish I just took the easier route, though. So I kind of have a video to prove why his way of going about this custom was probably way better. But on that note, I'm gonna give this figure a good solid 6.5 out of... No, honestly, I'll give him a good solid 7 out of 10. We'll give him a solid 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't do that for the last figure either, which was Santino. I remember that. I don't remember at all mentioning the 5-star thing, because I kind of like to mock the Dave Meltzer thing a little bit there. But yeah. The rating's done. We've talked about the figure. We've talked about some of the stuff with eBay. Maybe one of these days I'll like screen record my phone and we can go through some eBay listings. I can tell you stuff that you might want to get, some stuff that you may want to stay away from. Just kind of give you little tips and tricks when it comes to finding eBay stuff, because I know there's always ways around it, ways to get your money back. But when it comes to getting what you want and for your money's worth and or for a really good steal, you gotta know what you're looking for. You gotta know how much it's worth. And you know, we can try to look into that and just kind of talk about how you should go about it. Unless you already know, and maybe you've got a different strategy, I definitely like to talk about how you guys go about finding like older elite figures on eBay. Whether you review them or not, I don't really care, but I'm gonna review some of them, just kind of like a little nostalgia / like eBay find review. And that's just kind of how these little eBay reviews are going to work. Maybe I'll post the box as like the thumbnail this time though for like a little new series. I don't know. But on that note, like the video if you like the video. Subscribe for any future content. I don't know how often I'll be uploading as of late, but I'll try to find some like maybe cool and interesting stuff to make videos about that you guys might like. If you guys have any social media, I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, and I now also have TikTok. So you guys can follow me on any one of those platforms if you want to. Feel free. I don't really post on Twitter that much though, so that one's kind of a little bit of a waste of time, I guess. But I do post quite frequently on the Instagram. And I've been posting as often as I can on the TikTok. I'm not trying to post the same stuff everywhere. And with the TikTok, I'm mainly trying to keep it like pick fed and maybe review related. So, yeah, I guess we can kind of just leave it at that. Just for a little thing though, I do feel like it'd be a little wrong to just leave it on that note. I didn't put the accessory back on the figure. I didn't get him in a little pose. Let's do that real quick. By the way, I hope you guys had a pretty great Mother's Day. Mine was somewhat eventful. I won't say it was the greatest. I'm not going to go into details as to why. If you know my personal life from knowing me, then you can understand. But we don't really try to talk about our personal lives like that on here. This is a platform to just try to escape from that and to have a little bit of fun on the side of all the stress and all the BS life that it'll bring. And I almost had the rope tied. So sorry if I get a little silent. If I do stay really silent, I might just edit that out of the video and I'll skip up ahead to when I do get this rope tied the right way. Because I made the one bunny ear a little too small, so it's not looping properly. I think I got it this time though. Oh yeah, I definitely got it that time. One thing I do kind of appreciate about this robe compared to some of the other robes is this one actually has a little bit of Velcro on it, so it's a little bit easier to actually get the robe tied down at first. So even if the Velcro doesn't stay together, it's tied now, so you don't really need the Velcro. And since we got the stand, let's plug them up on the stand too. Yeah, I've definitely probably taken a little too long here, so whether I leave it in there or not. But just thank you guys for all the views, all the likes, and just all the comments, even if it's not much at the moment. I do understand I'm still less than 100 subscribers, but you know, I did notice the little jump over the past couple of weeks. Went from 60 like almost, what was it? I think it was almost like 6 to 7 weeks ago, and now we're at 71. We're itching towards that 100 spot, and it'd be nice if we could get there within a year of the channel. That is the goal. If we beat it, awesome. If not, and we just barely make it, still just as cool to me. But on that note, I already plugged all my shit. Peace, yo.